Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I'm finally getting a chance to play Elite Dangerous 2.2 Beta, and we have a new ship, the Beluga Liner. And of course, I'm using this because fighter bays are one of the new features. You can launch little fighters and have them fly around and protect your spacecraft. Now, you buy them a bit like you would buy SRVs. They come with preset weapon options, so you pick your weapon style, pick your fighter style. There are 3 fighter hulls fitted out in different ways. So we have the Imperial Fighter, the Federation Condor, and the new Independence Taipan. Again, you can't pick the exact fittings. You can adjust their paint jobs and everything. Incidentally, if you got the Black Friday paint job, it doesn't apply to the Orca right now. Or sorry, to the Beluga. I should probably check to see if it applies to the Orca, because that could look none more black. They obviously have paint jobs now coming for the fighters. Right now I can only apply decals because the paint jobs are would be in the store, and we can't test that in the beta. There's a new weapon color modifier option that's appearing, and there's nothing that's really been said about that as far as I know, but I'm sure it's another way for Frontier to make a little bit of extra spending money by letting players change their weapon colors and other trim. Anyway, this is how I'm loading up my Beluga with a Condor and a Taipan, and we're going to go and get some passengers. So the passenger lounge is one of the new features. We've had a passenger ship in the form of the Orca for a while, but it's been kind of useless because there haven't really been passenger missions. So a big part of this expansion is the ability to take passengers, take them on all sorts of fun trips. They're kind of really like cargo that needs special special containers to carry them, but it's also cargo that might change its mind about where it wants to go, or say, hey, there's a battle, let's go and check that out. But instead I'm going to take this 22 tourist seeking transport to V886 Centauri. The reason I'm going to take that is because it will conveniently take me near another new feature. Yeah, let's take these guys, load them up in my cabins, and yeah, off we go. So the passengers feature is coming to people that don't have the Horizons expansion, incidentally, so you're going to be able to still fly passenger missions. You won't be able to hire crew. The crew are currently for fighters. So here we have Natalie Burke. The glamour of flying close projection and an Imperial fighter captured my imagination. I've flown more exploration missions, etc., etc. So basically, different skill levels. You have to pay them more up front, and then they'll take more of your profit share over time. Now, you can start them out at a lower level, and then hopefully they will train up like you, and so you'll save a bit of money. But that's your decision to make, your gamble to take. Let's get out on this mission here. There's the Beluga rising into the launch bay of Jameson Memorial at Shinrata Desra, the Founder's World. Looking just about as sleek and beautiful as a whale can. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've flown a ship this big, to be honest. I don't really fly the big ships because I kind of just like exploring, and my Asp is really good at that. Has really nice long jump range. Very gently, do not want to scrape the paint job because, well, we have a lot of passengers on board that might question my ability as a pilot if I scratch the sides. I mean, would you want to fly in a plane that had the pilot bumping into things? I think not. Okay, don't crash into me! Oh, I don't know how big my... Did he hit me there? Or is that the sound of going through the air shield? I did! It was him! It was him that went through! Amateurs. Now, let's put all our landing gear up and see what this thing sounds like. Scan detected. Ooh! What the heck was that? That was the booster. Man, the sound designer hits it out of the park again. Although, since they're based in Britain, they probably don't use that metaphor. I'm sure you'll hear this much better in other videos. There we go. Let's take a nice tour around the outside of this. Of course, the beautiful Founder's World there, full of elite pilots that are retiring. And here we go, this space limousine, the space bus. It's really a space bus, but it's one of those fancy tech buses that you get around the Bay Area that takes people to their works with, you know, Wi-Fi and leather seating. It's not like the Greyhound buses that you try and avoid getting on at all costs. There's the underside here, the belly of the beast. There's the fighter bay. I think basically the ship models that are allowed to use fighter bays have the fighter bay built into the model at this point. So there's only a limited number of vehicles that are allowed to use them. And there is questionable utility, I'm going to say, about fighters, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, time to test out the new Hyperdrive Animations. They've gone and cleaned a few things up around the Hyperdrive. Nice, it tells you the name of where you're going, the security status, and whether you're wanted in that system. Good thing to know, I would guess. 2, 1, and notice how it aligns. And now we're in hyperspace. There seems to be a lot more space confetti flying around because clearly that's not stars. There's space streamers and silly string. That's how they're doing it. It's space silly string. And then the star is just starting to appear as I'm about to exit with a bump right into real space. And bingo! And it's a white dwarf! Look at it! Look at how beautiful that is, with jets of plasma emitting from the poles. We will have to investigate that more later, but right now I have a mission to do. I have a bunch of passengers that want to get home to Holdstock Silo, which original Elite players will recognize as, strangely enough, matching the name Robert Holdstock, the guy that wrote The Dark Wheel, the novella which came with the original Elite. And for many computer nerds, it was in fact probably the first sci-fi they really read. Seriously, in my English class, there was this guy obsessed with Elite, and every single chance that he had to write a short story for the class, it was a novella set in the Elite universe with traders and bounty hunters and pirates and things like that. He was such a nerd. Yep, that nerd was me. Anyway, time to land this giant space bus. I'm gonna do like that thing where they skid sideways into a parking spot, except that this is a space bus, shaped like a space whale. Look at me sliding around sideways. Oh, I love the spacecraft in Elite. Ooh. Is that the side slip sound this thing makes? Very interesting. Wow. I do think it's interesting that they feel the need to build these skyscrapers when there's clearly not much use for the real estate in the area. Generally, you know, cities build up because they run out of space, but they seem to just build up here because, hey, it looks cool. You know, maybe there's some sort of industrial processes that need big tall towers or something. You know, maybe the fractionation towers. There. I'm imagining something that might actually work. And your towers would need to be taller because gravity is 8 times lower, or 1/8 of Earth gravity. Let's get us on the pad. Come on. Bingo! Holdstock Silo. Oh yeah, they're giant silos, obviously. That's why they're super tall. Attention! This is your captain speaking. We have arrived at the destination. Please remain in your seats until we reach the gate. You may now use your cell phones, except you're not allowed to play Pokemon Go just yet, because we haven't yet got a GPS system here. I'm guessing the Elite version of Pokemon Go is collecting ships named after snakes and whales, and the occasional condor, again, eagle. Look at that. I really like the look of this ship, even though I'm probably not going to fly it. Okay, so, hey, Manager Dave Hardy. Can we refuel here? So again, you can see the ship setting, or the station page has all been reorganized yet again. Oh, nice. Look at that light shining right in the front of my spacecraft. 22 tourists seeking transport. And they get their delivery. Thanks, Commander! Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. That's what I gotta do as the captain. Stand next to everyone leaving. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Anyway, unfortunately we didn't get intercepted by pirates, so we decided to head out to a nearby hazardous resource gathering area and deploy fighters. Now, I only have one crew member, so it's kinda... I'm not so happy with this. It means you can only really deploy one fighter.
I'll take care of the mothership, Commander.
Yeah, he's taking care of the mothership. I'm gonna fly the fighter, but I'd love to have a third crew member that would fly the other fighter. It's like, what the heck? Seriously? Frontier, what are you thinking? Why can't we have, you know, two wingmen flying and the command ship being flown by an NPC? That doesn't make sense to me. All the same, let's go and kill the Utopian Overseer. I've seen this guy around before. He died just as easily that time. So this is the Condor I think I'm flying. Nice and fast and agile. These guns aren't quite as powerful as I would like. But look, whoa, you can see the lasers from my beluga. Oh, nice. Whoa, oh, I shot myself. Sorry about that.
We need to return fire. That's one for the salvage crew.
That's one for the salvage crew. And that would be another nice thing. If while I was messing around in a fighter, I could tell the command ship to like clear up all the stuff that's floating in space, start picking it up with a cargo scoop. Because that would be cool, you know, you could have the two fighters flying around with NPCs, or, you know, you and an NPC, and then have a third NPC that's just picking up the loot in the battlefield. Seriously, Frontier, we need these features in future versions. Frontier is very good at evolving their features over time. The initial releases of some of the things are a little odd, like their engineers was way too grindy, and they've definitely worked on that, and they've improved a lot of things. And, you know, I'm sure they're going to iterate on a lot of this stuff. Some of the features have kind of fallen flat, like Arena. I like Arena, but nobody plays it, and Power Play just, it, again, seems too stressful, not really worth it. Seems too grindy, but they do iterate. And this Diamondback. Anyway, this Diamondback seems a lot more tougher than that Sidewinder. Who'd have thought that? I only fitted the mothership with a bunch of turreted pulse lasers, so it's not... Oh, wow! Not only did we blow him up, but he smashed into the asteroid. That was awesome! Anyway, once you're finished blowing things up and realize that it's not actually very efficient at doing this, you can get back to your ship.
Copy that. Regulating speed for fighter retrieval.
So now he's going to hang out, hold it, well, fly in a holding pattern. And now I got a dock. He's a little bit away. Let's zoom in. Of course, the Condor is a nice, fast fighter. It's pretty agile, but it's not that tough. Oh, look, he turned around for me. That's nice. Okay. Just get in here very gently. Oh, wow, the acceleration on this is crazy fast. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can get an external view on this. Yes. I like how the camera starts behind the fighter in third camera person mode for the fighters, by the way. Oh, look, it's going in. That looks cool. This is animated and everything. That's awesome, Frontier. I like it. I like it. Okay, so remember that white dwarf I mentioned? One of the new features is those jets near the compact stars now mess with your frameshift drive, and they basically supercharge it. Now, right now, if you fly into this, you'll get some odd effects. Things will start to go bad. Do not stop! When you are in these, do not stop. It will destroy your ship. But you will get a 25% boost to your range, and apparently, after some discussion with players, if it's a neutron star, you will get a 300% boost. So there, FSD has been supercharged. Get out of here, throttle up my frameshift drive, and if I check over here, somewhere, my frameshift drive functions. Yes, 26 light years. So that doesn't really matter in this case, but it does mean that I save a bit of jump, you know, frameshift fuel. It's probably not going to save me much time, to be honest, because of the extra finagling that needs to be done to get inside those, inside the jets. With neutron stars, though, that can make a serious difference to a journey to Jacques. Obviously, you will need to come to regular stars every now and then to refuel your ship. And in the galaxy map, there are new navigational tools that will let you avoid certain star types or concentrate on certain routes, things like that. So, new features in there to make it all easier, but right now we're back at the Founder's World. And I also noticed some other stuff here. If we scroll up, we have things like the Pilot Federation Secrecy, the Elite Federation of Pilots, the Elite. And, where is it? Pilot Federation Origin. So let's actually go to one of these little things. These are just stuff that I've seen. I haven't had a chance to go and find any of the new fumaroles or geezers that are on planet surfaces. I mean, there's a ton of stuff in this update. There's a whole new batch of engineers and a whole batch of new parts that can be modified by engineers. But this is the Pilot Federation marker. It's on the planet's surface here, and once we get in close, we'll start scanning it. This is, of course, listening to that very weird sounding boost here. It's like it's being deflated. It's like a giant organ balloon thing. It sounds like an organ, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, you target it, and it will start scanning the tourist beacon. These are kind of things for tourists to check out. A little background information here and there. Scan complete, and the data will appear up in the top left here, right, in my messages. But I, of course, landed a little hard because I forgot that I'm not flying a super agile fighter. Yeah, scraping my spacecraft across the surface trying to find a place to land. My hull is down to like 20%. This has not been the greatest of shakedown cruises. So yeah, Pilot Federation Origin. The Pilots Federation has existed for a very long time. It was founded in 2805 by people that didn't crash their spaceships along surfaces. During the Great Surge of private ownership of small starships, enabled by the hugely competitive modular ship designs made available during the previous decades, or centuries in this case. It was founded as much by blah 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 blah. So yeah, there's a whole bunch more lore getting officially added into the universe if you want to check these things out. I'm sure they're mostly going to be considered anticlimaxes for people that are all about making money, but the people that are just all about making money tend to be the ones that complain most about Elite being a grindy game. Nevertheless, I'm sure they'll all be very excited for the new release with the new features and all that. We don't know when it's coming, we don't know what will be changed. The Frontier are definitely tuning things, witness the compact star behavior. There's a few other things that I haven't had a chance to show you, mostly because I have to go off on vacation. I've been very busy the last few days with this dense space conference. But yeah, I hope to get some more chances to play this in the coming week before the release. Until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.